Good morning, folks. I'm not sure if we're really live. I know we're scheduled to go live in 1 minute, but it's showing me that we're live. So I'm going to assume that we're live. I'll give us a minute to join in and we'll see what happens. As I mentioned, um, folks, this is our first month of going live. We're still learning how this live thing works. Either way, we're having a wonderful time going live. As you guys know, this is our global AI community chat. What we try to do is we try to go live between 9 and 11 o'clock a day daily, and we talk all things AI. And also, we talk about where we are currently with the app that we are building. A little bit earlier than 9 o'clock right now, doing a daily walk. A lot of times I do the walk and talk, the sit and talk, the drive and talk. Today, I'm doing the walk and talk. But yeah, today's gonna be a little bit better than yesterday. Yesterday was crazy because we were up late night working, developing the app, and I think we made a lot of headway and really good progress. But today, a little more chill, a little less sun, beautiful day. Happy to be here. Uh, Want to know about you guys? Want to know where folks are calling in from? Where are you guys in your app development journey? Are you currently creating? Are you a content creator at all? My thoughts about content creation in general is that I think everyone needs some form of a platform. So my background is IT. You know, I currently teach tens of thousands of students in a variety of topics. But I think in general, my thoughts on this is I used to look at it like, oh yeah, build a platform and teach or whatever. And while I still feel that way, I think it's less of a maybe this should be done and more of a I think moving into the future, everyone needs to kind of create their own platform. Because when you think about it, back in the day, in the past, we had media, right? We had billboards, we had local news, we had newspapers, we had a variety of different types of media. But nowadays, moving into the future, we as individuals, we are the media. So the idea is that I believe personally, everyone needs their own platform, a way to show the world who they are, what they do, and just build because the media of the past is no longer what it is today. But that's kind of my thoughts on that. But the reason we're here today, we can talk more about media, social media, things like that. But we're here to talk more so about app building, building complex apps using AI. And that's something we've been doing here in the community. We're currently building a job board, think like Indeed, but for gig work. So we've been making a lot of headwinds in that, and that's been a lot of fun. We're getting good contributions for everyone. Everyone talking about it, getting excited about it. So that's what they're working on. Very excited about that. As you guys know, this is the morning walk. This is the time we have a walk, we have a talk, and we just figure out everything that we're doing involving AI. So right now, that's our main focus. As far as the app in general, we're using React for the stack. That way, we have iOS and Android. Also, we have the mobile app that we're using. We're deploying on Vercel. We're integrating things like GitHub and stuff like that. So very, very much beginning beginner focused, very much introductory level. And the hope is that folks are following along and also building their own web tools, AI tools, web apps, and things like that. So, yeah, folks, we hold this once a day. We kind of talk and chop it up, see where we are with our app building. I encourage you guys to go look at the videos that we have called Building a Complex App Using AI. We have videos 1 through 3 where we kind of walk through the methodology of how we determine what app we're going to build. Then we talk a little bit more about how we're building it. And it's all very, like I said, everything is very much beginner focused, user friendly. We walk through, we talk about our apps, talk about your apps. So we're having a fun time. Hope you guys definitely tune in, subscribe, lock in. But we're also talking about the need of building an app, building a web tool in today's day and age because everyone needs their own platform. Historical ways of doing media. Like who really watches regular TV nowadays? Folks may watch YouTube TV, but who really watches regular TV? Who really reads the newspaper? You know, the whole idea is we don't want AI to leave us behind. And that's why we even create this channel globally to help folks in developing countries as well as developed countries. But just in general, we don't want to lose track of AI innovation. So we keep you abreast of like, things that are substantial. So like whether you're tuning in during your work day, tune in when you get home. The hope is that ultimately at least, you can come through, you can check out, learn more about AI and not get left behind. And that's why we do this channel. And that's why we're here every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. But like I said, typically about between 9 and 11 o'clock, you can catch us. Try to get out during the morning walk and talk, morning drive and talk. Either way, we're going to get out as part of our lives. But yeah, folks. So 2 days ago, well, 2 nights ago, we were building the day labor marketplace app. And the idea is that it's kind of an alternative to things like Indeed, an alternative to things like InstaWork. So, I was talking with my business partner, and we're spending 150, $120 a day in running ads just to get, more team members on the team. That's like $4,500 a month. So at the end of the day, that should be going towards marketing. It shouldn't be going towards, pulling in new team members. So the idea is that we can't really afford that. So we're going to find our own route outside of Indeed. Right now, we use either a nonprofit company that sends us day labor folks, but it's not really organized and we never know. It's hit or miss, right? We also use a company called InstaWork. Now, InstaWork, they're going to charge us, let's say if the team member makes 20 bucks an hour, they're going to charge us 30, and they're going to keep, that extra $10 for themselves. So the idea is the app we're building is a tool that can help our real life company, also other business owners to kind of do what we're already doing, just make it a lot easier for us. So that's one thing we're working on. But like I said, take a look at those videos um, called Build. What's it called again? I forgot. Build Complex AI app. Build an app. Build a complex app using AI. There we go. And we have part 1 through 3 up. We're gonna work on part 4 is today or tomorrow. But the idea is that by looking at these videos, watch it while you work, watch it while you're relaxing. It'll show you how you can build an app yourself. Very easily using tools like Claude Code, Codex, Gemini, whatever your preferred large language model LLM is. That's what we're thinking. So yeah, folks, happy to have you guys here. Feel free to chime in on the chat. I'm just taking my daily walk and talk as we walk through some of these projects that we're working on. So happy to have everybody here. Um, but yeah, folks, let me know what's going on in your world. Where you calling in from? I'm taking my daily walk as we talk about AI and all pressing topics. And how are you guys using AI? I know last week we were talking a lot about generative AI, folks using Kling, Kling dot AI to create things like videos and stuff like that. So that's one thing we were talking about. But there's so many ways to use AI in your life and in your business. And if you're not using it right now, you are falling behind. You don't even realize it. But hopefully, you guys are using it. We talk a lot about policy and regulation. Should there be guardrails in place to maintain the safety of AI and AI tools? And I'll tell you, overall, the overwhelming consensus of our community here was that folks feel like there should be proper legislation and regulation in place to create guardrails for AI, but folks didn't want it to be to the point where we stifle innovation because there's too much restrictive policies in place that keep folks from, actually exploring and learning and using the AI tools. So that's something that we have to really keep in mind as well. There's a lot of talk about the environmental impacts of AI as far as like, does AI use too much electricity? Does it use water to cool down internal elements too much? So those are things I think we're going to talk about more in the coming days, weeks, months, and years. But for now, we're just enjoying talking about AI and how it's impacting our lives, the tools that we're using every day to create more efficiency in our businesses and more productivity and things like that. So that's a lot of the angle that we're coming from when we're talking about AI nowadays here in this community. But I expect it to evolve, right? At the end of the day, AI is changing media. AI is changing the way we do things. I know in our business, it's changed things a lot. It's helped us a lot, and we have not lost a single job from AI yet. So I think that's really cool and really awesome. But yeah, so that's kind of where we are with that. But everyone's experience is going to be different. Let me get a poll here. Say, do you see AI taking your job? And I'm gonna put yes, no. I'm gonna add another option, which is maybe so, or I'm the Grinch. Leave me alone. All right. So that's the options, folks. As you enter, please answer the poll to the best of your ability. No cheating. Oh, hello, dear friend. Hey, Nazanin, great to see you again, my friend. How you been? Today we're just going through and we're talking a little bit about all the high level topics we talk about this community with AI. Good news, we actually made a lot of progress on the app that we're building, the day labor marketplace app, and we hope to get a live link out sometime today or tomorrow so folks can kind of take a look and thumb through it. We got a lot of amazing features. Little things like, let's say for instance, if an employee is looking for a job and they apply for a job and the employer takes a look at it, we have it so that it gives a timestamp of the around the approximate time the employer took a look at it, whether the job's still available, and all little small things that folks would like to see. But the app is coming along amazingly, folks. I'm gonna figure out how to get a link up so you guys take a look at it. But for folks just coming in, we're making a day labor marketplace app, kind of like Indeed, but to give folks gig labor, quick jobs in their local communities. So that's one thing we're working aggressively on. We'll probably do a soft launch somewhere on the East Coast. But if you guys want it in your local community, we can add it there a little bit quicker. I think our focus mainly is going to be getting local business owners to post listings, post jobs, and getting local folks to apply for those jobs. And I think as we make those first few connections, it'll be a lot more easier. But folks coming in for the first time, if you could please answer the poll, let us know, do you see AI taking your job? Yes, no, maybe so, or I'm the Grinch, leave me alone. That's what we're talking about, folks. But yeah, I'm out here on my daily walk. I try to get in 45 minutes to an hour as much as possible. I'm definitely seeing more mental clarity from it. I'm definitely seeing more health and wellness by doing a daily walk. I encourage folks hop on, go outside, get your daily walk in, try to get 45 minutes to an hour a day. Doesn't have to be high intensity, but it has to be consistency. So, and I'll tell you, I can say firsthand, mental clarity helps pick up a lot more. Like my thoughts come together a lot better when I get my daily walk. If I don't get my daily walk, I'm a little groggy. As I mentioned, we were up late 2 nights ago building out the app. We're using React for the stack for iOS, Android, also web app. We're deploying through Vercel. But we're building as a community. We hope to monetize it going into the future. But for right now, we're just focused on the features to help out our customer who is, and excuse me, I'm outside a little loud, a little street noise. But yeah, so we're just building. Hope to have it completed. Uh, we have the MVP prototype kind of out there through HTML, but we hope to actually deploy the uh, the tool within the next week or so, and maybe have some folks, test it out a little bit. So we're right on schedule with that. I know I've been talking about it for the past 4 weeks or so, but a lot of that's been community building. But we really want to make sure we can get the app out to those that need it most. So as I mentioned, extremely excited about that. And yeah. So anyone just joining, please check the video called Build a Complex App Using AI. We have a playlist. If you start from the beginning, you can see where we started this in the ideation, then the planning phase, and ultimately moving on to the prototype phase. So that's where we are with that. Yeah, folks, a beautiful morning. Just locking in, touching base with the community. Oh, not again, Nazanin. Nazanin, this is the second or third time you came here. This is the second or third time you came here talking about I gotta speak Persian. And I told you I don't speak Persian. I did tell you also I'm looking for a way to translate from English to Persian so you can enjoy. But for some reason, even though you say you need me to speak Persian, you speak perfect. You write perfect English. Nazanin, are you trolling? Are you trolling? Just let me know. But anyway, folks, welcome to have my friend Nazanin here. I do not speak Persian, unfortunately, so we got to figure out something else. But what we're talking about right now, we're talking about the app that we've been building, which is the Day Labor Marketplace app. If you guys look at the video, we went 2 hours nonstop building this app 2 nights ago. So it's not just all talk. I'm not just coming on here in the morning talking about what we're going to do. We locked in as a team, we focused, and we made it happen, folks. And I mean, what more can we say? Had a wonderful time. I tell you that we had a very, very wonderful time building a complex app using AI. If anyone has any questions about that, let us know. I'll tell you a little bit more about how we built it. But I don't want to bore you. I want to talk about things you want to talk about. Topic of this morning. Do you see AI taking your job? Somebody's the Grinch. Okay. I see you, Grinch. I see you. But yeah, folks, we were talking this morning more so um about how media has changed. You know, our parents, they looked at newspapers, they watched the local news. Everything they saw and consumed came by way of programming, and they used traditional media. But nowadays, traditional media is all but out the door. So we have become the media. So we're talking about the importance of everyone having a platform. And whether you monetize it or not, that's up to you. But everyone needs a platform. I feel just because you know, traditional media has changed. So everyone's looking, as humans, we want to consume, right? We want to learn. But who are we learning from if traditional media is no longer doing what traditional media traditionally did, right? So at the end of the day, it's up to us to become or replace traditional media so we can improve communication among one another. We can, proliferate education to the masses. Nazanin, can I repeat after you? Sure. If it's something that makes sense, let me know. But yeah, folks. So that's what we do. We come on here. A lot of us taking our morning walks together, and we join in, and we just use this time to kind of decompress and talk and ideate, talk about the apps and creative things that we're building with AI. I hope no one's letting AI leave them behind. AI can definitely leave you behind. Like a lot of folks were kind of slow to the internet. People said all kind of things like, "Oh yeah, the internet's the devil, it's evil," or "the internet's going to take jobs." People said all kind of stuff back in the '90s when the internet first came out, and a lot of those folks ended up being left behind, and they came full circle to use it anyway, right? A lot of people are so against social media they came full circle. Just about everybody's on social media. So a lot of right now, what we're talking about is the mindset. Um, have your beliefs, have your convictions, but also extrapolate a little bit and say, hey, 10 years from now, will everyone be using AI and will I be left behind, right? So the idea is that channels like this are making sure that folks that want to learn are not being left behind. And that's kind of our biggest focus. So we come on here daily day in, day out. We talk about different things relating to AI. We talk about the apps that we're building. And we just use it to build community early in the morning every day, typically from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, a little bit earlier today. I think we came on about 8 o'clock today. So, yeah. But I talk a lot. Let's see the duckies. So beautiful in nature, folks. Folks, if you're here, give a like for the duckies. Give a like for the duckies. All right, folks. We live amongst animals. Animals live amongst us. It's beautiful things. They're chilling. We're chilling. Such a wonderful place to be.